Today is one of the first days in weeks where the sun is actually peeking forth, and we have a good chance for a really good sunset. So I'm really hoping for the best today. Hello there. I found a location now. It is a frozen lake and has some nice trees on both sides, right and left of the lake. So two hills, and there's also a hill on the other side of the lake. Currently we have around one and a half hour left until the sun sets. So good time to find a composition here. The thing is that right now we have blue skies, but I'm really hoping that some clouds are going to drift down from the north, and that the clouds that are in the in the east right now, that they have drifted far enough away for some light to spill up into those new clouds that I hope are gonna come. I'm not sure about anything really, but I really hope. I really want a good sunset today, because it's been such a long time since I had a proper good sunset. What I'm thinking that I'm going to use as a foreground is this little tree here. I'm going to try to see if I can put it in a compelling way in the foreground. I think that could be really interesting. And then perhaps try to capture a picture now with these sun rays still shining out over the lake, and with contrast of the between the shadow and the sunlit part. There are quite a few different possibilities that I want to check out before I'm satisfied. What I'm considering right now is how wide an angle I'm going to use. I'm currently at 35 millimeters and I'm framing up the foreground quite nicely, but I don't have enough depth of field to get the foreground and the background in focus. So I kind of like the composition, but I think I'm gonna have to move a little bit further in and use a wider angle just to get everything in focus. I'm gonna have to think a little bit about it before I decide. Well, I've decided I'm gonna move a little bit forward and use a wider angle. I tried taking one step forward and it looks actually quite a lot better, I think. It creates a better transition between all the elements, and well, I just really love wide angles, so I'm gonna do that, and I think that is gonna work pretty well. So I managed to get the right composition just in time. I managed to take one set of images with the full sun shining out over the lake, and then the next image was a little bit dimmer, then the next a little bit dimmer, and well, now the sun has gone from the lake, so now it's dipping below. Still very clear skies, but I'm gonna stick around and hope for the best, that some clouds come over and then I could blend them into the sunset picture itself. So all that's left now is basically waiting game. It isn't looking very good with the clouds. It's just clear blue and starting to get quite a bit colder actually. So I'm just gonna wait around for a little bit longer, then I'm gonna pack up and get out of here. Before I leave you here, I just wanted to tell you how I use the wide angle here, because it might not be super obvious to everyone how and why you use it. So let's say the subject is here, and that's the subject that is down here basically, and the subject is here, and the further away the camera is from the subject, the more of a compression is happening in the landscape. So the further that I have the camera away, the closer the foreground seems to be to the background. So by pushing the camera forward and still framing up with the same foreground, which means you have to have a wide angle, by doing that you really pushes the background further away from the foreground, and thus creating depth into the image. And that is really why I like to use a wide angle, and also why a foreground is super important for a wide angle, because if you just take a picture of the landscape, it's going to be really flat because everything is going to be really far away. You have to really push close and emphasize the foreground the best that you can, and then basically the wide angle is going to take care of the rest, almost. So I really hope you understood what I tried to say with that. And yeah, now it's cold and it's starting to get darker, and nothing really interesting is going to happen, I think. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment. And I hope to see you all within the next few weeks. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be out the next time, but hopefully not in the too far future. See ya. Goodbye.